Hello and welcome to Albion TV presents the AO Daily Show. Hold on one second while I mute myself in the background. Oh boy, that's a fun way to start the show. So yes, welcome to the AO Daily Show, your source of real news in an unreal world, keeping you up to date on the latest news, events, and the great community of Albion Online. The goal of the AO Daily Show is to take all of the info that is spread across the entirety of the Albion community, be it Twitter, Discord, Reddit, the official forums, or some random dude in-game. And we break that all down into a format that you can digest in less than an hour. Today is Wednesday, the 29th of May. I am your host, Shozen, and today with me, as always, is my co-host, Bogul. How are you doing today?
Hello, Shozen. I'm doing great. I am doing great. I'm drinking coffee. I'm looking forward to the show. Let's start.
Yeah, okay, so we do have some official news right off the bat. As you guys know, we've been dealing with some unpleasantness as of late. I mean, that's a minor way to put it, some unpleasantness, right, Bogul?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
So, yes, for those of you who are not aware, I mean, that both of you who are not aware, we've been under a DDoS attack for a while now. And it has been assumed, turns out wrongfully, that we were the target of this attack. We've been trying to find out who it was, why they're doing it, what we can do to make it stop, but it turns out, nah, it ain't us. There ain't nothing we can do. We're just plain and simple collateral damage because it's our data center that is being attacked for some reason that has to do with them. Nothing to do with us. So there are no threats, no extortion demands. We just are caught in the middle. And so we are left with a few options on this one. We can just suck it up and deal, or we can do the hard thing, which is switch data centers. And that looks like what we're going to be trying to do. Now, this is going to take some time, and I do not have an exact time as when this is going to be done. There will be an update on this in the very, very near future. But right now, all I can say is that, yes, we are aware that it's our data center that's being attacked, that it's their NES that is being attacked. It's not us. We didn't do anything wrong. We're just a simple, humble video game. They're a big boy data center that caused somebody's ire. So we're saying, you know what? We don't need that ire. We don't need that anger and attack. We're just going to move on down the road, find a little less hostile hosting environment, if you will. But that's going to take some time. However, they're not giving up on fighting these guys now. Because now that we know what's going on, we have a little bit better idea of how to handle this. There may be some kind of options out there that we internally can try. Again, can't say what they are. Can't say when it'll be done. Update soon, and I don't mean Blizzard TM soon. I mean later today, sometime after the show, in the next couple of hours. Robin Hankus will be giving an update on the official forums. And yes, he did once again mention to me this morning that we will be finding some kind of way to compensate you for the inconvenience. So, that is good. Yes, so here's the good news is, we know what the problem is. We know we're not the ones under attack. We have figured out a solution. The solution will take time, but we are doing something now so we can have some more immediate relief of the current situation. I believe that's that pretty much covers that one, doesn't it, Bogul?
Yeah, it does. I just want to go back to Albion and play the game. There's so much stuff we can talk about. We have a great show that's upcoming. We have some cool interviews. We have some interesting GvGs that happened yesterday. We have a bunch of drama-y, newsy things to talk about.
Yeah, we can talk about...
And I would rather get into these.
You want to get right into the drama?
I think if we just talk about the war report and go from continent to continent, some things will come up.
All right.
Because just go.
I'm sure that the Albion community as a whole knows about some of this drama, and if we just go right into it, we've buried the lead. And then what would they stick around for other than, prizes and whatever? What are we gonna do at the end? I don't know. But let's start right in with the GvG report for this week, and we can start with the Royal Continent. What do you guys think of that? Because guess what, guys? I don't know why it is that you guys love the Royal Continent so much. And by you guys, I mean the people I play with on a daily basis, the guilds that have better things to do than hang out in the Royal Continent. Yes, I'm talking about you, Ego, and you, Squad, and you, EOS. Guys, this is for the new players. This is for the noobs. This is for the guys who don't have Black Zone territories. So guys who are in EOS, guys who are in Squad, guys who are in Ego, I don't know what you're doing, mate. Why you picking on these poor kids? Don't you have love for these kids? Don't they deserve a place for themselves to fight amongst themselves instead of being forced to play Blue Army, Aggressor, Money Guild? Awful Company deserves to. Awful Company can still stay in the Royals. I mean, sure they have Archganistan, but U12 Academy, 1PG, guys, KFC, come on.
Maybe everybody's trying to get a city, or everybody's like they're building a buffer to defend the big one in the center there, the Kalion city.
Yeah,
that is quite valuable.
Yeah,
I think that's the reason for that. Like,
okay,
they don't want anybody to come close, and they kind of have their sights set for what they want in the Outlands, and then maybe this is even like a playground for some of their smaller, weaker teams.
Yeah, I guess so. But we also have crystal GvGs for that. Once you get a bunch of towers over in the black zones and you are able to hold them, you should be able to find that you have many, many towers and not enough GvG teams to fill them. Because I see a lot of unfilled towers every day. Okay, Fun Stealer says because Royal Territory is better than Mercia Terry. And it costs nothing and it gives us a crystal slot. Okay. Don't agree with that it's better than a Mercia slot. Sure, it gets more action, and yes, it does have strategic value in that when you're on your way to, Carleon from, say, Martlock, you can dive into Corp steps and hide from gankers. Yes, I enjoyed that. I did take advantage of that the other day. I was able to keep my stone. But at the same time, I look at this and I go, I hear you guys complaining about this all the time, is that there's no place for new guys to get a step into the GvGs, and then I see things like Aggressor and Blue Army and Money Guild and 1PG and U12 Academy fighting for
Shozen.
Yeah,
I think we have to give him the crystal argument, though.
Okay, yes,
that's one of the
but you're saying that okay, so we're gonna use Squad as an example here. Because, I don't want to pick on somebody else here. I want to pick on the people I'm with, so it doesn't look like I'm punching some random dudes in the nose. Squad has tons of towers here. That includes Fun Stealer, who's, in Squad, saying that we need to get these Royal Continent towers for crystals. Guys, you don't have that many GvG teams. I've seen how many towers you have. You don't have 17 GvG teams for crystals. So I'm guessing that you could use some of your alliance's towers over. I mean, like, I'm looking at Mercia right now, guys, and I see all these towers that are controlled by Squad, and I see all these towers that are controlled by Oops, and I have a hard time believing that either one of these two alliances needs to go down and smash the Royals in order to get themselves a crystal GvG slot. If they do, then by all means, I'm wrong. Internet, tell me I'm wrong. It's totally okay. It happens. I get it. But in this case, guys, I don't really think I am. I think that you guys have plenty and that you're just looking for more action. And I get that. More action is good action, right? All right.
Yeah.
And I guess one of the reasons why they're going to the Royals is because they've just kind of slowed down in Anglia. 3 GvGs last night in Anglia. Like Bogul. Sorry, I almost called you Lupac. Just so used to it. 3.
Yeah, that I looked at this as well, and it seemed kind of boring.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's quiet there.
In Anglia, some people are trying to poke at Articulo Mortis, but it doesn't really seem to work.
No, it doesn't really. I find that Articulo Mortis has done a really good job of securing an area. Let me just go over to the guild view so you guys can see this more highlighted and pretty. Articulo Mortis does a really good job of carving out what they want and holding it. And for a while, it looked like that's what they were going to do. They were going to say, if anybody wants to attack us, that's fine. We'll just defend our large swath of southern Anglia and defend it. But now, maybe they woke the bear. Maybe somebody poked them a little bit too much. Said, "Hey guys, you're not growing. We're gonna pick on you now. We're gonna attack you." But it looks like these guys from Articulo Mortis are the ones doing the attacking tonight. So I believe all 3 Anglia GvGs that I found are going to be involving Articulo Mortis at some point this evening. Not too shabby for these guys in Articulo Mortis. Would like to see the guys in Ego do more, to be quite honest. I am kind of impressed with some of the stuff they've been doing recently in their GvGs. Would just like to see more of it, to be honest. TBI and Bridgelock, guys, go ahead, do more. You guys are doing great. I'm going to be doing an interview with them in the near future, the guys from Bridgelock. I'm really impressed with what they've done overall. So it would be good to see them, maybe getting a few more battles. Because like I said, there were 3 last night. And I'm like, what is this? What is this? 3 in Anglia? What are you guys trying to become? The new Cumbria? Because Cumbria had 3 yesterday, but it's also got a few today. And this is where we get into the drama, Bogul. This is the drama report section. Because Cumbria may only have 3 GvGs yesterday, 3 GvGs today, but there's another story here. It turns out that one of the big players over here in Cumbria, Broke Boys, these guys, one of the better GvG teams for Cumbria and
yesterday's show,
and EOS. These guys are pretty good. Well, they had a little bit of an issue last night as somebody, nobody knows who, well, actually, we know exactly who it was. It was Cassie Cox. Cassie Cox came in and somehow it's Cassie and Cous. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying to pronounce the names. I didn't name her or him or it, but they stole.
The name in the end doesn't matter.
No,
what matters is what happens.
They stole a good bit of silver, not enough to cripple, I would say, Broke Boys, because it was like 120 something million silver. But Bogul, you have more silver than that, right? Just some rich guy in the game.
I'm not very rich, no. But
compared to me,
if you divide that amount by sets, and you're looking at tier 8 sets, that should be some sort of annoying amount, but it's not really something that would completely break your bank and render you unable to do anything. I think that the boys might have more than that.
Bogul, apparently this name is French, and Ponyboy just let me know that it's pronounced Cash Cow, like cash cow, like
well, that's funny.
Yeah, I think that's funnier, I think, than naming it after a porn star. So guys, let's see. What were the? Let me get some of the details I have on this. So apparently, somebody let in Cass into the guild and then promoted Cass to the rank of being able to withdraw, and then removed Cass. So it looks like it was inside job. So people are starting to point fingers because Cass, nobody knows who Cass is. Nobody knows what it's like. But it's definitely an inside job. So immediately, because this is Broke Boys, and Broke Boys was founded when Shelty split. Shelty split because Sorab stole a bunch of stuff or moved a bunch of stuff or got into a fight with his boys or whatever. But it meant that Dip in the GvG team that played with Sorab left. And when they left, they took a bunch of stuff with them. And that gave them a reputation. Now, they did, of course, give that stuff back. It was, they kind of made up a little bit in that, the stuff that they stole from the GvG teams was given back to the guild because the GvG team that left didn't really want to screw over its guildmates. It just wanted to screw over Sorab. And so in the end, they did the right thing and gave the stuff back and said, you know what, we're not coming back. Yes, you've apologized. Yes, you've made a mistake, but no, not interested. Not interested in rejoining your guild. So they go over and make Broke Boys. They reform EOS with Duratine. And they have a good thing going for a little while, but then I don't know, maybe some internal drama, or just maybe it was the right time to strike, because one of the rumors is that it's actually a cold plate served by Sorab, a cold plate of revenge, if you will. Just a little bit late on the old re-stab. I don't know. Is it like a... It's definitely... I don't know where he's stabbing from, because it's not really in the back, because like these guys have talked a lot of shit. You can't really backstab somebody you're talking shit to. But somebody stabbed the Broke Boys and took their stuff. And that's the drama that's going on right now, and nobody knows who it is other than it was this Cassie. And rumors are that, yes, because Dip stole once before, Dip is the prime suspect. Dip also has access to the silver, so he's a suspect. Dip is also Dip and dove into the temp twice the other day, and maybe he's just sabotaging them.
That sounds like full-blown conspiracy.
Yeah, it's full-blown conspiracy. And Dip would be mad if he heard me saying this, because Dip's a good guy. Dip gave back the loot. So in my estimation, I don't think Dip is the guy, because if you know all the fingers are going to point at you, and you just are working really hard at this moment in time to repair your I don't know, like the way that people look at you in the world of Albion, like your reputation.
Reputation.
Yeah, so he's trying to repair that. Why would he then go and steal?
I don't think we might ever know. We will. Maybe someday we'll find out.
Yeah, and see, that's the thing, is if somebody actually knows who it is, I would love to hear, because everybody says they know who it is. Everybody says they know who it is, but nobody really knows. I've been looking for it all night, and like they've got super sleuths on the case. Like the guys who have figured it out in the past are all looking. We've got people who are like PM and Dip going, Dip, I need the details. Give me the details. What can I figure out? People are messaging Broke Boy leadership all the time, trying to think, give me the details so I can work it out myself. Okay. Yeah.
Detective.
Yeah, Detective Pikachu on the case here. Jeez, guys, come on. I don't know.
Happened?
So
it seems like a developing story.
It's a developing story. We will have
it.
more on it as the case progresses. But really, that's the biggest thing that happened in Cumbria last night, because now, as these guys in EOS are weakened, you can see that Oops is going after them. Oops is taking a shot over here at EOS. And then you have up here, you have Squad taking a couple shots at EOS up here. And it's just because they're weakened. They're a little bit vulnerable. Like, you have 4 shots. That's
no mercy, dude.
No. When somebody is
smell
down, and
the weakness,
when they're like trying to like get their stuff together, is when you pounce. Like, these guys have all of Cumbria. Go ahead and take it. You both want it, you know, and you're sick of fighting each other. Go ahead and fight them. I don't care, as long as you fight, because right now there is quite the snooze fest going on in Mercia, Bogul. Snooze fest in Mercia.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it might be a little bit of lag fatigue.
Oh yeah, well, absolutely. I'm gonna 100%. Where's my easy button? Hit that button. That's an easy call to make right there. Bam, slam, easy call. Yeah, nobody wants to fight in the lag. Get it? It's quite understandable. That's why there were 2 no-shows in Mercia last night between
nothing else.
Yeah, 2 great teams between Sorab and Cargera. Sorab didn't show. Understandable. 2 no-shows for them there. But right now, we have Elmwood action set for 22 UTC, and we have Razorback action set for 23 UTC. Maybe we'll get a little bit of action tonight, Bogul. Do you think we will?
I hope so. I hope so. Yeah.
All right, so on to where the action took place, because apparently these guys don't understand that you don't GvG when there's this much lag. Glauvia.
Okay.
Glauvia is still... Oh, that's Anglia, sorry. Glauvia is still full of GvGs. How many did we have? We had over 10.
Yeah, like
looks
15.
like 16 GvGs there last night. A lot of them. These guys are really going after it. And it's not just the same names that you see all the time. What we are seeing, though, is that battle between Eikonic and Fricks is going on. And Fricks last night got themselves a victory. Let's go see if they used mercenaries. Did they use mercenaries, Bogul?
I don't
think so. It does not look like it.
No. Just when we had what's his name? The guy on our show, Nazori, yeah.
Yes,
calling them out.
Mm-hmm.
They attacked. Actually, Forecast Jenna was defending for Frick, so it looks like Leonid Brejev, Griefloot, Tesselhoff, G-List.
Oh, G-List is definitely mercenaries. Tesselhoff.
Okay, never
that's like geez, what is it? Hammer and Sickle right now? Is that where G-List is currently?
I don't exactly know it, but all right, never mind then. So Frick's still paying for the defenses.
Mm-hmm. Well, I do see them having fought one of their own. They took a fight themselves, but yeah, that's definitely the Hammer and Sickle A-team right there, and it's a good team. G-List is the top 5 tank, hands down, no questions asked. He's really, really good. So Fricks has the money. They're paying for it, and they're saying, you know what, Eikonic, you want to complain about the rules of Albion? Guess what? We were listening. Rules. Yeah, we were listening to what's your buddy there, the meditation guy who's kind of awesome there.
Action Compassion, yeah.
Action Compassion, yes. We have a guy who does Albion meditation. He wants you to know. Guess what? Albion's not fair, just like life. Albion's not easy, just like life. In Albion, you can work as hard as you want, and somebody else can come and take it all away, just like life. And so you have to.
That's a sad life. Well,
it's the truth. And he makes a good point. That's why people love Albion, because it's not a guaranteed victory. Just because you follow the steps and do the marks and put your stuff where it's supposed to go and press the correct button at the right time does not mean that you're going to win. Does not mean that you're going to walk away with profit. Because in life, you can do everything right and still get your ass kicked, just like in Albion. And so Eikonic is doing everything right now. They're working their butts off. They're doing everything they can to put the pressure on Fricks, and Fricks said, "Nah, we got loots." And they put the hammer down. They put the fist down. They were like, "Here's some money. We'll give it to these guys. Go beat them up." Just like high school. So poor guys in Eikonic are repeating high school, getting beaten up in the lunchroom. Ooh. But Siluria also had some action, didn't it, Bogul? As we saw, the only home plot defense last night was in Siluria, wasn't it?
Yes. It was Take Care trying to attack Aegis. However, that just didn't show. And then they counterattacked and even took the farm back. Well
done, Aegis. Showing up to your own defense and scaring away the big bad boys who came to take your home plot. Didn't they already have them down to, they already took away one shield because they had won a fight against these guys? Maybe, we don't know it, there was some kind of agreement made. Go, hey, here's some loot, get the F out of our farms.
And it's an alternative to warfare, right? Diplomacy and
diplomacy is real.
And putting down your wallet on the table is an alternative to smashing up people.
But Hard Charge is coming for Aegis, and Hard Charge, I don't think they're going to be taking the same.
I saw that
position.
Hard Charge has been putting the tents into that area and really trying to carve out a name for themselves, an area for themselves. And I'm really interested in seeing where they will go next, if they are going towards Aegis or maybe even south towards Varanga.
Yeah, it's interesting to see that Varanga once again is being attacked by the Dream. The Dream are the ones who no-showed 2 days ago on the same home plot fight. And now Varanga is attacking out to the farm, and the Dream is attacking into the home plot. So we will see what happens at 19 UTC today, if these guys actually fight and, what goes on. Ooh, we have some original Samson giving us deets right here in chat. Eikonic are not the victim. They are the bully. They started this attack. We are finishing it. They should be focused on Infinite, but now they will pay for their mistake, as well as their boasting of attacking us. All because we have 2 home plots.
All right.
All right.
See?
Yeah. So see,
Excellent.
that's what happens, guys. If you have stuff, somebody's gonna want to come and take it. They're gonna want to take it.
Yeah.
Ooh, Bogul. Somebody's talking
Yes.
about your scrims right now. Do you want to take a
Yes.
moment to do a community outreach? Because I think we just finished our GvG report. We've got a little bit of
Sure.
time. Go ahead and tell us about this 5v5 scrim league that's been talked about a few days in a row now.
Actually, it's pretty new. I want to do something that is akin to a league in Albion. What I want to use the scrim system for, Albion has a 5 versus 5 scrim system where two teams can start a GvG-like situation with no full loot.
Mhm.
And they can just, make up a special time, meet somewhere. They don't need a territory. They don't need a crystal. They can just meet and do a test fight.
Yep.
And what I want to do is I want to start a league, a 5 versus 5 scrim league. I just made the post this morning, and I'm still looking for all the help I can get because there are still some things to iron out, especially the rule set is not quite done yet.
Mhm.
And because I know a lot of people are interested in having some sort of item power cap, but we have to define exactly how this should work. So it's most appealing to as many teams as possible. I'm looking at some sort of big boy league as well, where we can do 8-1 instead of maybe just 6-1 item power levels. But if you have ideas how to do a 5 versus 5 scrim league, if you are interested in helping me organize this, helping me get people into the league, or maybe even be a team captain and join with your team, try to get in contact with me. And I'm fairly sure that you're interested in showing these here as well, these matches.
Yeah, absolutely. I do have some news on that about getting it created. There is a great doc over in somewhere. We'd have to look up Evoke's posts, but she made a great document, about how to run a tournament. Now, a league is more difficult than a tournament, but I think what you're trying to do is not trying to get somebody to win, but to try to get something where people can regularly show up to get practice to GvG with people of like-mindedness. And yes, where a tournament. Yeah, go ahead.
If by winning you mean prizes, I definitely want to have prizes.
Yeah, there's definitely be prizes, but like a tournament is all about becoming number one.
Whereas you can be the winner of your group.
Yeah,
so my idea is that we have different groups, that we have the way to move up and down in groups, and then there will be some sort of season group winners, and then these should get some sort of prizes. And that's a very new concept. I'm looking for all the help I can get.
Well, I know some really good organizers here in the world of Albion. If we keep mentioning this every couple of days, I'm sure that some of them will start pinging you. So
I already have a few. So
I'm
very happy about this.
We do have something else coming up, and this is a big one, and it's going to take a bunch of time, and I have to preface it. The other day, I did an interview with Articulo Mortis. These guys speak French, and I don't. So it was a little weird at times, and you will notice that it sounds like, hey, Shozen, were you even listening to these guys? The answer to that is yes. But there were times where I didn't understand these guys. And that's on me. That is 100% on me, because I'm working on understanding all the different accents of Albion, but I don't spend enough time with the French guys yet. And so that means, God, I guess I got to. Now, this interview that I'm going to start playing very, very soon for you guys, how do I say this? It starts very quickly because...
I think you might want to explain the larger context a little bit.
Go ahead. You got this. You seem to know what you want me to say. Go tell them.
No, the only thing I know, honestly, is that we are going to talk about the spotlight that we mentioned at the beginning, the Articulo Mortis spotlight. And you had the chance to talk to whom exactly?
Okay, so the first voice you're going to hear on here is Lalance, a.k.a. Elkite. And then the second voice you're going to hear is Cocowouette. And then at the very end of the interview, you will hear Vasort. So it comes in right as I was asking a question. I was like, so what I want to do here, guys, is I would like to start the show by asking you a few questions about, first, how did you guys get together? And then we'll go into what kind of comp you have, and then what your goals are as a guild. And right as soon as I said that, LK started telling me how the guild came together. I immediately hit record because I didn't want to miss anything he had to say, but it does mean that I missed the question that I started with. So without further ado, let's go in on this, and let's hear what they had to say.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna start out for this part. Like, I think, like, Fulian, Ponyboy, and me, we start playing like a long time ago, a few years ago already on other games. And like, as soon as I start Albion with someone else who played with us in GvGs, like in the betas, and like, but he stopped a bit after the release. So it was me, Artix, Fulian, Ponyboy, and the last one was rotating. So it was the first of us from the betas to release, I guess. And like at release, we played with some of the guys, and like after a while, after Chicken Kiss died, basically, we took a break. And when we came back, we spent like, I think, 1 month in TC looking for someone or two guys to speak who were speaking French, but like we didn't find anyone, so we joined Frog One. We still tried like 1 or 2 people between these times but it didn't go really well, so we stopped.
Yeah, it's because I had a GvG team at this time.
So we joined Frog One, and I guess like same. So we rotated for a long time with like, especially the healers. We went through a lot of healers, I guess, in Frog One before finding, like, I think it was Devcon, who is in the channel, by the way, who was playing with us like the longest, I guess, in the, like, for 3 months maybe, when we have started to fight Skuskabel, Sun, and then a little bit versus Gargara. And then we played with Vlana, I guess, and soon after that Cocowouette joined us. And I guess Kurvak played with us when we start playing again in like December or something like this, maybe a bit earlier, but because he was in Ryuji team, I think, and with Mercato, Nabza, he has his own team, so yeah, I think we played together. All the 5 of us, we started playing together really at the end of last year, I think. Maybe I'm a bit wrong, but that's the idea.
Yeah, I think I noticed you guys around the beginning of the year when you made a play where I think you were able to kill all 5 of the other teammates. They were running to 10. And that always makes me perk up. I go, ooh, a 5-man kill. I got to see this.
The double tanks before the health buff was really, really strong.
Yeah, it was.
When we killed one, we managed to kill like 5 people after that.
It was so fun to play. It still is fun, but right now it's a bit harder.
Yes, we used to have like 10 kills per crystal. No, it's a little bit
when
harder.
Crystal came, with full team, we lost only, I think it's 2 or 3 GvGs, and I think I only remember like it was, I think, only versus Derek, and like at the end of the season we had like, it was like 50 GvG, I guess, and like 2 lose maybe. It was really insane with the double tanks comp, and no one was at this time. No one was trying. Only one team tried, but that's all. And yeah, I don't know why people didn't try earlier.
And you use the double tank for the crowd control, right?
Yeah, yes. When we tried it, where it came from, it's basically like we came back with crystals, and we were like, okay. I was always trolling, saying I need to play Polymer, like in the betas when you use Arcane with it. I want to play it, And Fulian was like, okay, if you play Polymer, I play Soulside. And we were like, okay, fuck it, let's just try in stream, 5 minutes later, we're just gonna insult each other, saying this is dog shit. And in the end, we saw that it was working. So we tried again and again against another team. And so we went and tried in crystals, and it was working. Then, Ponyboy tried like the skull from Curse. I don't remember the name.
The Curse skull.
Yeah, and yeah, so we had this thing. Kora was playing Fire, I guess, because it was so strong. I don't know if he wanted to play it at first. I don't think so, but the main core of the comp was around like just having fun and like working around it at the beginning, at least.
So it was more about what you guys just had available than anything else. It wasn't like you went and
I mean, we can
no, not even.
we can play anything, but this comp was really fun to play
like because
for
first,
everybody. So we really liked it a lot.
Yeah, because when we start trying it, like my programmer was like, it was T4, and Fulian it was same with Suicide. It wasn't, we didn't add any specs on it. It's just like, I want to play this because I guess it's fun, and we saw it was fun and that it was working, so we kept it basically.
I don't think it was that strong because a lot of players tried it and they didn't manage to make it work. So I think it was really hard because with only 2 DPS, you have to play perfectly to maximize your damage output.
Yeah. And that's the thing Derek understood, that like he was always standing on our fire, so we had only one curse dealing damages, and it was not enough. So we were always losing against him. But and the thing is that at the moment we choose this comp, it was like curse, fire, only holy. So it was like EV casting teams against us, and I was like, we were spamming cartwheel, Geyser, stunts, all those type of things. So I mean, it was working really well in my opinion. But
yeah, anybody who has to stand still and cast it makes it really easy if you can crowd control them, and you have so much available to you with the double tanks. And there's no, like, when they have to stop to heal, there's no running. Like, it makes the running process even harder. I can see how now with the nature healer becoming more and more prevalent, that it is harder to catch everybody as they flee. And I'm seeing many fewer 5-man deaths, unless they all run into tent, which happened twice last week. The same team. Poor Dip.
And I remember now that like Derek was beating us in crystals, and one team beat us in GvG. It was cast down team, and basically they told us like, we watch all your VOD and we are doing like counter comp, and they were playing druids with like royal boot and a royal shoe, and a lot of things like to just counter us, and it worked.
Are you seeing more of that now? That people work towards like building comps to counter other people's comps?
Honestly, not that much, because we don't play a lot versus the same team. The only one we faced a lot recently is the Bridgelock one, because they have been winning, so they kept attacking. But usually, somebody's coming, they tag a war camp, they get destroyed, and they stop trying to play versus us.
What's giving you guys the trouble against Bridgelock right now?
I was playing Holy.
I think.
I guess.
It's like a big part in our opinion.
Holy is really good, but against a really good Ironclad, you can't do anything. So you have to play Druidic Staff, the Seed, as we call it in French. And we made some changes to improve our composition, and we ended up taking their comp because we thought that if we play the same comp, we have more cohesion in the team, so we can beat them on their own ground.
Was that the same team I just saw you guys face off against?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so I saw you guys come back and win against them.
Yeah, we lost 3-4 times. Three times, I think.
Wow, that's
really rough. The first 2 was really rough. Last time it was like 2 days ago, I think.
I think it was. What is it? Oh, about a week ago, I was talking to you guys, and you said that you had lost 1 match outside of Crystals.
It was those 2 matches against some, like 1 attack and counter behind.
Okay.
But I mean, the thing is, we like with double tanks, we had trouble denying their damage, and they were just focusing on our crossbow. So it was only our bow dealing damage. Even if it's strong, it's not enough, only the bow. And like they were focusing hard on our crossbow, and I mean, he was dying because like no protection of nature. So even with Oli, if you can put big heals with so much things, it's not enough. So we tried a bit with skipping the same comp, I think like 2 days ago. I mean, around the same comp, because we tried some stuff. But we saw it like it was closer to the win, but it was not enough. So we said, okay, we have been playing double tanks a lot. sometimes we are playing like Ironclad and Albard instead, and we knew it was working. And the thing we saw like is like Oli is not good enough, and if they focus one of our DPS, we are missing it. We miss DPS. So let's switch Fulian back to DPS. And me, I mean, if you have to choose one tank today, unfortunately, it's like Ironclad, always. So I went back to it, and I mean, it worked.
The thing is, with our team, we can play whatever we want, so we can switch easily between classes like weapons. We can adjust really fast.
Do you think that's easier because it's the same 5 guys all the time, so that when you do switch it up, you're still...
It's a little bit easier, but not that much. The most important is that we have a lot of experience, like solo experience, on a lot of weapons. Like I used to play Druid, I used to play Oli.
Yeah, that's the thing. We always we are switching weapons, but we never really switch our roles, you know. Since I'm playing Albion, I always play tank. Julian always play melee. Ponyboy always caster. I mean, and like I think Kova at one point he was playing healer with Ryuji, but since he's playing with us, he was only playing range DPS. And Coco always heals and gank. You know, that's the only thing he does. So.
Oh, by the way, we killed one before the GvG. The retaliate.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that the video of the 5v20, that video of you guys versus Sun, is one of the most amazing videos I've ever seen.
It was so fun, and you know, like at that moment, Frogan had big troubles with ZVZ, and like we were like, I don't remember the exact context, but they were like, okay, I mean, we're gonna lose the ZVZ, so just guys, just go take this workup, just try, you know. And so we were hiding in South of and we were like, oh, we really fuck it, you know. Let's just do it. Let's overcharge and fuck it, you know. I mean, let's just try. There is a blob. We're gonna die. Let's just go. And I mean, the sooner it ends, the sooner we can play and something else, you know. And in the end, like it was so fun. I don't know what happened. Like
the context was we had to launch a lot of attacks, and we had not enough people to ZVZ. So we went with our team, 5 people, and we saw the big blob. And then I said, oh, maybe we shouldn't fight and just go back to Carleon. And Kova said, too late, I already overcharged. So we went in, all overcharged. We managed to pull back and get kind of a choke. Yeah. And one shot like 5 people on the choke. So it was so fun because there were so many, they could just have run straight towards us and kill us. But they were too scared to rush us, you know, like.
Yeah, the power of fear right there. That's what I always call it, the power of fear.
Yeah, so fun. And there was already, I think I remember the video, and like when I launched the stream, because it was like, I needed to record it, we had already, you know, fight and kill a bunch of them. So that was insane. I don't know what happened at this moment.
Well, thank you guys. Is there anything else you guys would like to cover before we go here? Because we're coming up on the end of 15 minutes, and I kind of got an idea of how you guys do your team and how you guys met up, and I got to talk about my favorite Albion moment.
Well, I guess I
don't know.
Do you guys have
a couple of words if you want, Shozen?
Hi, Vasort.
Shozen, look, I'm sending you one screenshot. This is 3 years ago. They were playing GvG, and with my right hand, we were watching them like that. We were practicing their GvGs like this. And, you know, Alkit team, when they are playing Diablo, they are playing same position. And they are playing World of Warcraft. Alkit again tank. The other Coco gonna be healer. They're gonna make dungeons with 5-man group, same position. And in my opinion, their powers coming because of that. Every game they are playing together, and that's my thing. Fulian and Alkit, their chemistry is so strong.
Yeah, I have to agree with Vasort on that one. Their chemistry is what makes them a great team. I've been watching them now since, like, heavily since the beginning of the year. I started watching them, Bogul, and I have just been so impressed by the way these guys work together as a team, and it's absolutely amazing. So I look forward to seeing them do whatever they do next. And yeah, I understand that it's so hard. Like, this interview went on for another 20 minutes because after Vasort came in and we just had a completely new conversation. And we started talking about why Articulo Mortis doesn't leave, Anglia and why they're there and how hard it is to really move a guild at this point in time, especially on the idea of we're going to find better content somewhere else when you're already getting content. And right now with Bridgelock actually fighting them and having victories, there's no real incentive to leave. And if they did leave, there's a real chance that they could hurt their guild, not just by losing their home plot, but by changing the dynamic that they've already established. And so I don't think we're going to see Articulo Mortis leaving Anglia until there is a new continent to play with. So, guys, when the new continent comes... Well, yeah, as you know, Bogul, we have in the future plans... If you guys go read the roadmap, there is plans for a new reworking of the Outlands because this current new continents that we have, Glauvia and Siluria, are temporary. They're straight temporary to deal with the overcrowding that we're experiencing after free-to-play. And the new black zones, the Outworld, whatever we're going to call it, Outlands, the new one is going to be designed very different. Anybody who remembers the old Spoken Wheel plans, that's much closer to what we're going to see. Where in the center of the wheel are very, very highly contested territories, and the outside is more like of the wheel is where you would see your Anglia and Siluria, and then you move in and then you're in your Cumbria kind of area, and then you move in a little bit more and you're in Mercia, and that allows you to have like a straight path towards greater and greater territories. Instead of having to go all the way across the world, you just move in towards the center. And I'm really looking forward to seeing how that works out in the near future, because I do believe we're going to be hearing more about Percival in the very near future. But first, we have to deal with this DDoS. And I've heard more people asking about this. They seem to have shown up after we talked about this early in the show. We talked about it. It was part of our news update. They figured out what's going on, guys, who are interested in the DDoS. It's not that we are under attack. It's that our data center is under attack. The data center is where we house our servers. Now, they see us very differently than their normal clients. Their normal clients are big websites and data hosting, where if you have a slight disruption in service, it's not a big deal. You just go get a cup of coffee. You come back a little while, you press refresh on your server, your stuff comes back. But when it's a video game, it matters a lot because our customers demand constant, high quality service. And so since our provider that we currently have is not providing that for us, we are looking into alternative solutions. And we're going to be moving towards something else. When? Can't say. Don't have that information. Look for it coming soon in the official forums, or probably tomorrow or Friday here. You'll be able to hear about it because we will tell you as soon as we know. But I talked to Robin this morning. They are working on a solution that will take a little bit longer. They are working on a solution right now that will be temporary and offer some immediate relief. And they are working on compensation. So those are the three things you guys need to know.
Okay. Yes. Okay. And one final comment from my side. I really enjoyed the interview. I haven't spoken to the guys before, I hadn't. And it's so nice to see all the different accents and all the different areas in the world of Albion, come to one place and duke it out, and then even show up on our stream. And I'm so happy that we could get them in. And I'm looking forward to other interviews and stuff in the future.
Ooh, I have some planned already. We have Bridgelock planned. We have Squad planned. Duratine contacted me. I have lots of people who want to be on the show. The problem is fitting them all in with so much other things to go on. Now, you had one last bit of two. I see 2 bits of community news left.
2 bits. Ooh, yes. Do you remember yesterday when I talked about ZR1K1?
Yes.
The guy who has been having like hundreds or more than 100 million of crafting fame every week.
Yeah, the new number one, the big boy who just showed up out of nowhere and is crafting like a madman. Yeah, that guy.
I sent him a message and I was like, "Hey, do you want to talk on the Albion TV show, or do you just want to, answer some questions and let everybody know what you're doing?" Everybody would be very curious to see how this is possible, and and he's just like, "Hello, thank you for your offer, but no."
So we won't have any information on how he's grinding up that crafting or why or anything such as that.
But their delicious milkshake GG is another guy.
Yeah,
who's been fairly close on that, and I will try to get him next.
Okay, that sounds good. Yep.
The thing I mentioned yesterday about the Albion 2D dev tracker.
Yes.
The thing I was so sad it was down.
Yes.
It's back up again. So if you're looking at finding the most recent posts from devs, the Albion 2D website has a dev tracker. It's totally recommended.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Two things, I think.
Yeah, if you want the latest news on what's going on with the DDoS, get that. Just go over to the dev tracker. Pops up constantly. Dev tracker absolutely works. It's absolutely useful. Does its job.
Okay.
And I guess one last thing, because we did talk to Action Compassion again last night.
Yes.
Action Compassion is the Albion meditation guide guy, like the guy who does the
guru.
Yeah, he's the Albion guru. He's like for those of you who want a little spirituality in your Albion but aren't really into Archer's Non, this guy can be for you. He's more about guided meditation, dealing with the loss that you deal with on a daily basis of Albion, and finding constructive ways to deal with your loss and how to move forward and how to gain composure. This is the kind of guy that Sorab should follow. You know what I mean? This is the kind of guy that Sorab could, wake up every morning while he's doing his squats and watch this guy. I think it would work for him and be good for his soul. So we will have an interview with him, and we'll probably
for all of us.
It might be good for all of us. And that's why, in the very near future, we're hoping to have a guided meditation here and during one of our F for Fridays.
Everybody is going to be like, what?
Yes.
Meditation? Shozen? What are you even... What?
I think it'll be fun.
If you haven't seen the video by Action Compassion, I think he is the GM of McDonald's.
Yes, he is. He is in McDonald's, not like McDonald's like Gluttony's and Wendy's. McDonald's the Guild. Like if you guys have been watching the Thursday show with Lupak and I, we do a lot of Hellgates on that show, and we've seen McDonald's show up in the Hellgates a lot. One of the things that we've been kind of really hoping for, because we want to just see it just for the lols, is KFC versus McDonald's in a Hellgate, because fast food battles are like up there. Like, I mean, right up there with soda battles as something you really want to see for just drama and entertainment. Bogul, do we have anything else that we need to talk to these guys about? Maybe you want to open up the floor for some quick questions?
Sure. If anybody has any questions, you can type them into Twitch chat now, and we will try to get to them. Otherwise, just your standard reminder that you can listen to us not just live on Twitch, but you can also watch us on YouTube. You can listen to us on your way to work, maybe, or when you're grinding on the weekend on SoundCloud. You can go to your favorite place where you get your podcasts from. May that be iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, any of those places. You can look for Albion TV or the AO Daily Show, and then you can follow us and listen to us whenever it's more comfortable for you, if 12 UTC is not the best time for you. Yeah. And that's my standard plug. I'm reading chat. Do you have anything that stands out that's interesting?
Well, we have a few questions here. Did you guys cover the new 20v20 coming up? No, we haven't covered the new 20v20 scrims, I believe is what you're talking about, because 20v20 scrims will be added to the game in the near future. I will be doing that more once we have those to test and play. We would actually like to maybe even do a few, I don't know, how do you say, oh God, dude, I've been jamming absolutely freaking not. I'm not even going to read that question aloud. No.
You just stopped talking about 20v20 scrims.
I couldn't help it. I saw a question that just threw me off hard. No.
Okay.
But yeah, 20v20 scrims. We will cover it as soon as we have them to test, and I would love to actually get some of those going so that we can show some of them in the background while we're doing a show one day, because I think it'd be a lot of fun. Ooh, show your YOLO kamikaze. Fudgeria? I don't know. Your name. Fuji RATV. I don't. Fujira. Are you the guy with the bow? Fujira? Are you the guy who went in with the war bow solo?
Might be.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we saw that one. Do I have that one? Do I have a link for that one, Bogul? So I could just throw it up in the background.
No, we don't. We don't have it right now.
I don't have it for you. Maybe I'll show it tomorrow. Let's see, what are the I think we had one more question. Scrims and Hellgates, right. Hellgates are have been talked about in the past, but I don't know if they're on the current plans. The current plans for Hellgates is to make the Hellgates that we have more attractive and keep them going like they're going now, to add easier ways to get into them, because as you guys know, it's still a pain in the butt to get in them, and try to find a way to balance the Hellgates out before we add more players options to Hellgates.
There's one, don't you think making a tournament would be easier? Also, it would be a more hype event. Cocowouette, I'm open for the suggestions. Right now, I kind of want to see if we can do a league thing, and maybe then we can do a, group winners end of league or end of season tournament, if that makes sense. So it could be a combination. But anything you have for the 5 versus 5 scrim league idea, or for any sort of tournament ideas, go to the forums, find my thread. I think it's in the general forums, and post it there, so I don't forget it, because it's an interesting suggestion, and it's good. The other one that I saw in chat, is there an ETA on the resource dungeons and the normal single player randomized dungeons? No official ETA, no. But they teased a few times already that there should be info soon.
Yeah,
and honestly, in my private personal opinion, I think they wanted to get this done like this month or soon, but then somebody decided to put a bot farm on some service, so they're probably distracted by that.
Yeah, from what I understand, the solutions that they have to the DDoS are going to cause a lot of people to be doing a lot of extra work and putting on a lot of different hats than they normally wear. In video game companies, you often have to do more than one job, something that you're really good at, and then something that you have some experience with. And a lot of guys right now are going to be stuck doing things that they have some experience with, instead of doing what they want to do in order to make this game playable.
I'm also pretty sure that they are pretty good at fixing.
Oh, I'm sure.
Stuff.
Like these guys, they run an MMO. They all have a little bit of knowledge on the topic. But I mean, like, if your head programmer is, not doing like the programming of the new mechanic for your game, and is stuck doing some manual labor to reset, servers or something, it's time that could be spent somewhere else. And guys, right now we are all under attack, and we have to band together like a band of brothers and hunker down while these bombs hit. When the bombs are over, we're going to get up out of the trenches, and we're going to charge like mofos at the other opposing team's lines, and we're going to have a blast. So guys, it's tough right now. We're under assault, but we're going to be making that hard charge real soon. Don't worry about it. There was one other question I'm going to answer before I go. Meet us overboard. Give me your best off-meta ganking builds. Right now, Jonah Vale is currently streaming. That guy has the best off-meta ganking guilds. He makes the meta ganking builds. So when we leave here, I'm going to go overhead and host him. And you guys watch him and learn something about off-meta ganking guild builds, or whatever it is. But thank you guys for showing up. I had a great time today. You guys are the best audience that Albion has to offer. I will see you guys again tomorrow at 18 UTC for the regular GvG show with my boy Lupak. And then you'll also see us in the morning right here at 12 UTC or anytime
Yes.
you want to watch or listen or whatever on your favorite provider of YouTube, Twitch, and what's the other one? What's the other one that we're on?
My favorite provider of YouTube.
Yeah,
Oh, I love
provider
that statement.
YouTube, Twitch, SoundCloud, iTunes, Spotify, Google Play. We're on it, dude. You can even find me at what do I do? Instagram. You can find me on Instagram. I got a picture of my new bed on Instagram. It's got a lady on it. I'm also on Twitter, and you can find me at Shozen1 or my old Twitter, The Shozen1, which I don't use. Because I forgot the password.
Oh.
So, guys,
I rather follow the official Twitter one.
You can find. I'm also using the official Twitter, so you guys can find me everywhere right now.
Great.
So, guys,
Great.
thank you for tuning in, and until next time, stay classy, Albion.
Goodbye.
Albion has all